Acuna.
is here to take us through the important area of foot exercises.
That's
Now, why
right.
is this so important?
It's important because if you have a foot injury, there goes everything. I mean, you know, if you have, usually people like have flat feet or, you know, people.
Look at the wacky Astomborski family over there from Schenectady. They got happy feet.
They do have. I'll show you. This one strengthens your toes.
Okay.
You put a rubber band around the toes, and what you're going to do is try to spread your toes as wide.
Reps with a light rubber band, Tom.
Exactly.
That's right.
Keep the weight light.
Yeah.
That's the reps. And what it'll do, it really does. I mean, when you do have. Here's another one. If you have flat feet, this is or high arches, this is another good one. What you're going to do is put 20 marbles on the floor and pick them up one at a time. Once with your right feet and then your left feet. And you'll see, there you go.
Tom's winning.
Tom is winning. We use a special
And you thought I lost them, right?
And so, you know, you do this every once in a while. Your kids, it's a good way to clean your house.
Yeah.
So you don't have to bend over.
Believe me, if
Just
you
leave
have
them
kids and you're walking barefoot, you know you find this stuff anyway.
Yeah, no, jacks are the
All
worst.
time.
Jacks are much worse.
I have Lego impressions on the bottom of my feet from Cody
Okay,
and
this
Cody.
is a good one. After the day is done, you've been on your feet all day. This is a good one to loosen up, to relax, like through your arches and stuff.
Great.
It feels great.
This feels really
You know,
good.
This is also a good one to do if you have an injury like shin splints or your feet are really swollen for some reason. You roll it over a cold, like put a bag of ice, and we'll do the same type of thing.
Walking on gravel surfaces, on the sand, on the beach, that's a great feeling,
That's
too,
a great
as long
thing.
as you don't
Any,
get the
right, on the
glamour.
walking on the sand barefoot will really help
Yeah,
strengthen
yeah.
your feet. And then the last one, to loosen up ankles, if you're prone to anything like tendonitis, this is a good one. While you're sitting down and around, make the alphabet with your feet, so you can do an A and a B. What this does, if you're prone, if your feet turn in,
Now, we
which
do
is
in big
pronation,
letters or small letters?
you should go through both,
Oh, great.
uppercase and lowercase.
Okay, fine.
3 times.
On the feet. Patricia Moreno, our FX fitness expert, taking care of your toes. Let's open the 7 o'clock hour. What do you say, Laurie? Whoa!
Okay.
Hey, if the first...
This golf ball.
Yeah, for the best effect, use a real one.
Real one,
Use a
yeah.
real one. Yeah.
Definitely.
You heard it here first.
That's right.
Welcome back to the
None of these little plastic windy balls.
Yeah.
welcome back to breakfast time. We have a good couple of hours coming up.
Now the thing is, where's Vince's guitar that's being repaired? Okay, and what's being
up on
done
the
to
lift.
it?
He brought it in so we could try and match up the tone to a new guitar. He wanted it to sound pretty similar.
Okay, so you're trying to match the tones. Also, Tom, this is where you get the really high-quality custom guitars. Look at this. This is a reissue 355, and over here is a guitar that has 50 diamonds. It's all gold. It's called the Centennial guitar, and it's worth $200,000.
John, earlier you said the jazz guitar is one of the toughest to make. Why is that?
Why is the jazz guitar one of the toughest guitars to make?
Well, it's a one solid piece of spruce wood. The wood itself is very difficult to find. It's very difficult to get a piece of wood that's actually perfect. It's carved and tuned, and it's like the Stradivarius of guitars because it works acoustically.
Okay,
Great.
so that's it, Tom. Now, Doug, do you have one of these $200,000 guitars?
No, well, yeah, 3 of them.
Yeah, you do not. He has one of these. The guy's been lying to me all morning. This is a Corvette. Now, why did you pick this one for your custom guitar?
Well, I drive a Corvette, and this guitar is made like the 63 Corvette, I think, with the inlays and everything.
And this is exactly the guitar you have.
Yes, exactly. It has the Corvette name in it. I mean, and it plays extremely good.
And you can see, Tom, you know, each of these guitars have their own character. This is the Autumn guitar with Mother of Pearl showing up here, showing the north winds blowing. But over here is a one-of-a-kind guitar that they're making, and it's a special Elvis guitar. And this is a replica of a guitar that Elvis played, and this is all Elvis pre-1956. But no matter what you pay for a guitar or what they do, the best part of this is Elvis Las Vegas years.
There you go.
This is the wider side of the
Yeah.
guitar.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Tom, the best thing about a Gibson is hearing them play it, right, Doug?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
So
yeah.
they're going to play it. Here we go, guys. Wail. So that's it. A little sampling of the Gibson guitars here. Now, could you do better than that, Doug? No. These are the Gibson's finest. That's it, Tom.
Nice stuff, John.
Good stuff, John.
From the Gibson Guitar Factory in
Yeah.
Nashville, Tennessee, our own Danny Tepper, who's one of our crack producers, doing
Not
a
a
little
bad
picking here.
picker, too.
That's right.
You ready to break in?
Sure, a little Bo Diddley to break.
All right,
Oh,
let's
did
go.
they?
Yeah, what's coming up?
The Jet Propulsion Laboratory ready to take us to Titan, one of the moons of Saturn. Sounds like I'm making that up, doesn't it? On breakfast time.
Tonight, catch 2 hours of TV's most exciting show, The Secrets of the X-Files, followed by the explosive season finale. It all starts tonight at 8, 7 Central on Fox.
Concerned about your family's safety? Then note that Subaru Legacy wagons, like Volvo wagons, come with many safety features.
Only this guy could write as fast as I drive.
FX, TV with you in mind.
It's 10 minutes to the top of the hour. Welcome back to Breakfast Time with Lori, Tom, Bob the Puppet, and me, Jim. I'm the announcer, and here's Lori.
Thank you very much. The Cassini spacecraft is scheduled to launch from Florida in 1997. Now, Jillian Hamilton is at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Pasadena, California, where the Cassini is now being built. And we're in the clean room, aren't we, Jill?
Yes, Lori, I am dressed up and ready to go into the clean room. Now, you have to wear special clothes, and you also have to go through an air chamber. I don't know if you can hear it as it's going through. We get like an air wash. We're not wet at all, but it's cleaning us off to prepare us to go into the clean room. Now, in here you can see that it's a very, very large room, and we have David, who's a mission engineer here, and he's going to describe to us the dimensions of the clean room and what it is.
Well, we're here in the clean room at JPL. This room is enormous. It's 70 feet on a side, and it's built to keep spacecraft clean when they're assembled and tested.
Okay, how big is it?
Well, it's 70 feet on the side, and we need it to be so big because there's a lot of large spacecraft that we need to build in here and assemble.
Okay, there are also some grids on the floor. Tell us what is the function of these grids.
Well, the air in here needs to be really clean. It has to be up to 1,000 times cleaner than normal air. And these grates in the floor are used to direct the air and filter it through these large filters and remove dust and so forth.
Okay, now in here we have a model of the Cassini. Now, Cassini is a spacecraft. Tell us a little bit more about what it is and what function it performs.
Well, Cassini is an international program that's designing this huge spacecraft, which is about 22 feet high and weighs over 12,000 pounds.
Okay, now we have a clip of that spacecraft. If we could roll that now, as David tells us a little bit more about it.
Well, Cassini is designed to go to Saturn, and Saturn is really far away. It's about 10 times as far away from the Earth as the Earth is from the Sun. So it's so far away it's going to take us almost 7 years just to get there. And we can't go there directly either. We have to fly by some of the other planets in the solar system and use their gravity assist to help us to get to Saturn.
Okay, now why do we want to go to Saturn? Our clip is finished. No, it's true. We can take a picture of Cassini. We see that there's Saturn with Saturn's ring. Here again is a clearer picture of Saturn and its beautiful rings. David, why do we want to go to Saturn?
Well, I think everyone thinks space is neat, and Saturn is a great planet because it's, I think, the most beautiful planet in the solar system with its rings. But the real reason we need to go there is that it has a lot of information about it that we can learn that's important for us to learn because it tells us more about the Earth. In particular, its moon Titan has an atmosphere, which makes it unique in the solar system. And if we learn more about Titan's atmosphere, then we can learn more about our own and maybe fix some of the things we've done wrong to it.
Okay, now there's very sophisticated technology in here. There are many, many computers. Now tell us about how the technology and the computers within Cassini could affect us in our everyday lives.
Well, the space program has always been a good source of spin-off technology that everybody uses, and Cassini is no different. For example, one of the main computers that Cassini uses would normally use a processor a lot like this. which is the same kind of thing you'd find in a desktop computer. Well, we've managed to squeeze 4 of these onto a chip that's this small. Wow. So Cassini definitely has good miniaturization technology that we can use for other items.
So it's these chips this small. How many of those small chips are actually controlling Cassini?
Well, there's 2 main computers in Cassini, but I'd have to say that there's probably thousands, hundreds or thousands of these chips in Cassini because we need to do a lot of complicated science gathering, and we need this power.
Okay, let's take a step back here, get a little perspective on this thing, and tell us about 2 or 3 of the elements that are very important, like the antenna and the probe. Let's start with the probe, because the probe is an international project being worked on by Europeans.
Yeah, the probe is designed by the European Space Agency. And the European Space Agency is a great agency that's been helping us. It's important to have international cooperation to share some of the great wealth of Saturn.
Who's making the antenna?
The antenna is being built by the Italians, also part of the European Space Agency. And we need such a big antenna because Saturn is so far away. We need to collect the telecommunications information.
Okay, David, in our last 5 seconds, tell us why this is all covered in gold and what this long sort of stick-like figure is.
Well, it isn't real gold because that would be too expensive, and we have to save money in building this. This is actually a product called Kapton, which protects the spacecraft and keeps it warm so that it doesn't get too cold and the computers work correctly.
Okay, this is the project. Now, David, 26 years old, graduated straight from college from MIT, and is one of the mission engineers, one of the people that's actually building Cassini. Incredible but true. We're off into space and to explore Saturn in order to help us in our everyday lives here on Earth.
Thank you very much. Great stuff, Jillian. Really, we're all riveted.
Right.
But I can't believe, Tom, that you opened the box of mini wheat.
Oh, I got to tell you.
It's a collector's item. It could have been worth thousands of dollars. There's only a limited edition number of them.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. I read the press
Yeah, but we
release.
don't want them back now, so...
But, you know, on the plus side, they're a sponsor, and the product is darn good.
Yeah. Yeah. Give them some of that rare milk we have.
Hey, by the way, should I have worn Gillian Anderson's raincoat out to the park segment? Because the name that she wrote just kind of... What else is coming up, Jim?
A list of everyone who ever played a Gibson guitar or drank a Gibson, time permitting, on Breakfast Time.
FX's first birthday is coming, and we want to give you a present. So make a wish, blow out the candles, and let FX help you make room for a new room. It's the FX Great Room Giveaway Suite.
Welcome back to the scene of the crime. Now you're all indicted. We're all eating this stuff. The frosted mini wheats. Let's get some quick waves from our road warriors, JD in Nashville, Tennessee at the Gibson factory.
Good work, JD.
Hey, we want to thank Gibson and Doug Stone.
Okay.
See you later.
Thanks a lot. Jillian's in Pasadena at the Jet Propulsion Labs. Bye, Jill.
We had a wonderful week in Greater Los Angeles. Thank you.
So much. We're out of time. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Golf course. That crazy golf course.